there is a short response and a longer response. The short response is that it matters in that it does not matter. There is a distinct distinction in the human form. An indistinction. As we have said, you are animal. We recognize you as animal. And when you are there on this earth, there is an arrival in the exact moment. And when anything leaves from earth, there is a departure in the exact moment. There is a peculiarity in the ability of the human ways and forms. There is a peculiarity in wanting to know, needing to know, believing that it is known, to bring a calmness to the mind, to bring a sense of all that you are to the mind, but the mind is not capable of this. For the mind is not your soul, and the mind is not spirit. You have arrived many times, many ways. We have arrived many times, many ways, and you, I, we all depart many times, many ways. So your arrival is an arrival again. We, fully in our animal form, do not care when we leave. We simply know. We do not contemplate it when we are in body. We simply welcome it when it arrives. And the peculiarity of the human form is that there is often much contemplation about leaving your body when you have only just arrived in it. You may be 40 and you have only just arrived in it. You may be 60 and you have only just arrived in it. And whilst you do not want to leave it, there is much contemplation about it. There is no requirement for this contemplation. There is a coming in and going out, a coming in and going out, an arrival and departure, an arrival and departure, an arrival and departure, an arrival and departure. We could go on. When the arrival comes, it comes. When the departure comes, it comes. We are in this existence. It is just like a breathing in and breathing out. The breathing in and breathing out in that way of the body is involuntary. And our arrival and departure in this way is involuntary. It is just the way it goes. Of this arriving and departing, arriving and departing. There are a myriad of circumstances, a myriad of connections, of lines, of maps, of threads upon one another, upon one another, upon one another, upon one another, that leads to the arrival of one, that leads to the departure of one. Even when you may tell yourself that you had a say for our departure or your own, we do not even have a say. It is a recognition, it is a knowing that we are to depart, and we welcome it. We welcome it. For when we are to depart, we are to depart, so we welcome it. But there is much more happening, there is much more occurring, there is much more existing. When you are there and we are not, when we are there and you are not, there is still existing. And so as there is still existing, it does not matter when we arrive and when we depart. It does not matter if we are there or we are not. When it comes, it comes. And there is a continuation. There is a continuation of lives together, of living together. There is a continuation that never ends. Just as you are in a body, the breath never ends until you are out of the body. But then you never end, we never end. Does this bring clarity to your query?